Exactly. Well, look, I saw the video you did with Dimmy, and it was really useful. So I just I think it was probably helpful. You had more than 2 minutes to explain things because you were going through a replay. So the detail was really good. But yeah, hopefully I can pick up a thing or two here. And hello to anyone jumping on in as we speak. Let me just pump out a Discord reminder. We're going to be playing some Undead, and I've got a handy dandy coach here with me. What do you prefer I refer to you as, Geo, or what's
Whatever is easier for you to pronounce.
fair enough? Fair enough. How is it correctly pronounced?
Usually I say glow dude.
Glow dude. Glow dude it is. Right. So we'll jump on in with the match. Hopefully you don't have too much delay. So I've just clicked search there on my screen. Do you have do you need a copy of the link to the stream?
No, I'm already on it.
Okay. Are you on Twitch or YouTube?
Twitch.
Okay. I'd say try YouTube. I'll send you a link because I've got a reduced delay on there compared to Twitch. But it might not. It might be like half a second difference. But
okay, yeah.
Sometimes if you can avoid a 5 second delay when trying to give someone tips, I find it to be smoother. But they might both be very comparable. So yeah. So what exactly is it that Undead excel at? Because when I look at them, I'm like, okay, they've got two mummies that are kind of like having two trolls on your team. Hardly any movement, but I guess they come with Mighty Blow, which is always going to be nice early on. Got two block.
Okay, so what do the undead have early on? They have one of the best players in the game. The mummies early on are two mummies in your team. It's like dream because they have no nega traits and they are strength 5 mighty blow regeneration.
Right. Okay.
So those are the pillars of your team. You really want to play around them really early on against pretty much every team that isn't very agile. You just bash them with mummies. And you also have ghouls. Ghouls are very good at holding the ball because, well, they are just ball carrier, but they're good at it. They start with dodge and movement 7. They usually die a lot, but that's okay. And also you have zombies and skeletons. So you have very cheap and pretty reliable linemen.
Okay.
Because zombie, they are strength 3 and AV 8. Even with just the movement 4, you don't really need them for anything other than just giving assist and being annoyance. And zombies are very good at doing that, and they're fairly cheap.
Are they one of the players that you'd kind of junk then when they get too high a TV, or would you like want to avoid them getting bloated?
Yes, you just take dirty player on them. You have one or two dirty players. Maybe one guard if you roll a double, but I would just skip plus stat because having plus AG, you double the cost of your zombie for no reason. And plus movement really doesn't really matter, and plus AV is just for the memes.
Yep. So I've got a lizard man game here. He's got 3 skinks. He's got a mighty blowsaurus. I think he's got a lineman as well. So I didn't win the coin toss, so I don't have to ask you about that. But in terms of as me being undead, let's say against lizardmen, if I did win the coin toss, would I rather be playing defensive first to try and get as many kills as I can, or and then hope for the score after, or what's the general?
Good question. Usually depend on the matchup, but most of the time I usually prefer to go for offense first because with the two mummies you can start dealing a lot of pain.
Right, sure.
And start putting those mighty blow punches, and maybe if you get a couple of good removal early on, you can foul also.
Yep, okay.
So trying as much as you can to have the number advantage.
So in this situation, am I right in assuming that actually putting my mummies on the front against Strength 4 Saurus is probably... Oh no, I'm in attack, so actually I want to punch him, I assume?
Exactly.
Yeah, I want to punch him as much as I can. So My aim would be
Okay.
there would be double mummy on a Saurus, shifting to the right.
And exactly. I would advise to. No, there are strengths 4, so you need 4 assists to have a 3 die, but usually try and get 3 dice as much as you can on mummy.
Right.
They don't
Okay.
have loners or negatrait, but 3 die is always good. More chances of killing stuff.
Mhm.
And here for the Blitz. That's an interesting question because he puts his Saurus in front. He
Yep.
also have a skink on the LOS, but I think it's a loner, so it
Yep.
doesn't really matter. So here you should be really careful to not offer the white because you will be blitzing with them.
Yep.
And once you're committed, the Saurus have as much movement as your fastest player or second fastest player as the white. So
Right.
you can't really outmaneuver them.
Okay.
So here I'd say be pretty careful and first do the punches and afterward see how it goes if you got a removal or just put everyone down. Then
Yep.
maybe try and overcome it on blitzing
Okay.
a
Okay.
Saurus.
Yeah. So I'm
There
going
are
to need
maybe
2 assists for a Saurus to get a 2 die with a strength 3. So
exactly.
it's quite a commitment, isn't it, to try and get a blitz there?
Yeah, but Saurus are AV9, so it's really trying and pushing your luck, but
Yeah.
sometimes this is what you have to do. It doesn't cost a lot, but you should do it carefully. So the main plan against lizards are, of course, to try and remove the skinks. So here, the skinks can't really get to the ball, but the ball has been kicked very far.
Yep.
You only have 1 goal on the pitch,
Yep.
and with sure hands. So I'd say keep the ball pickup for later in the turn.
So, okay, so leave him there. Would it be wise or prudent to move a zombie toward it, just to have something to...
I'd say more the skeleton on the right rather than a zombie because the
Okay.
skeleton is a little bit more fast.
Okay.
Yeah, here it's okay.
Yep.
So you have a safety. It's a skeleton. It's not so much, but if a Saurus goes through your line, a simple skeleton can do the trick
So
because AG1.
we've got a double
Yeah,
skull
here.
already.
Yeah, well, reroll that. Of
Yeah.
course, it's the first action in your turn, and you have 4 rerolls. That's an interesting choice to say the least.
Oh, I got given a free one.
Okay, okay, good.
Yeah.
I was about to start saying shit about that's not a good thing to do.
Yeah, no, that's
Here
fair. I've
you
got
should
3.
stay. Yeah, here you should stay. You shouldn't punch with the mummy first. You should punch with the skeleton on the right of the mummy.
Yep.
The right of the
The
mummy
right
that
of the
already
mummy.
punched.
Okay.
And punch with punch the Saurus on the right.
Ah, okay.
Because that way you have a 2 die and you can keep the diagonal punching.
Ah, I see.
That way, if you get another push on the Saurus, you don't screw
Do I want
yourself.
to follow this so I could follow up with a foul?
Yes, I'd say yes. It's a skeleton. It is not in real trouble. Worst case scenario, it dies.
Okay. So shall I save the foul and continue with the mummy on the left side now?
Yes, you can do the mummy punch, and if you get the Saurus down, that way you have a 3 die on a skink.
Now, I don't need to follow, do I?
If you follow, you can get yourself out of position. The crocs or the Saurus can punch you, so I'd say stay.
Right, okay. Right, so skink or Saurus, what would you prioritize? Oh no, it's a 1 die on the Saurus.
Skink first, so that way if you get him down or away, you free the mummy.
Yep.
Skink
And
down.
Do I want to follow to screen for the mummy?
I'd say yes.
It feels like a... Way, there we go. That's a nice start to the day.
One less king to worry about.
Yep, I think he's only got 3 as well, so hopefully if we can remove a few of those. So I guess I mean, I can look to foul on the right. I can look to... It looks like maybe blitzing the Saurus that's touching the mummy with a white.
Uh,
Is that...
I'd say you have only 20 seconds left, so here you should blitz this one and then go for the pickup and foul afterward.
Yep, okay. That's nice.
Bows down. Do you have... No, you have no movement left. Okay. Bow. And pick up. You had one more square.
And went for the skeleton instead of the zombie. Okay, a stun. That's it's not the end of the world. So I've still got a skeleton there on the left, but it seems that he's not too far out of position. At least he's setting up a little bit of a screen for the Saurus and Skink.
Yeah, so that's a good first turn. You removed a skink. You have the two Saurus in control, but now
Ooh, bonehead.
he have more overall strength than you. So we'll have to play carefully and abuse the strength advantage we have with the guard and the mummies.
Mm-hmm.
So here we will have to rely a lot on the mummies to do punching on Saurus, and
Yep.
whenever we have a safe occasion to blitz a skink, we should do with block,
Okay.
because removing a skink against Saurus is key, because they have AG1, so
Mm-hmm.
that's hard for them to pick up the ball.
I'm assuming for this
Yeah.
zombie's next turn, he'll probably want to stand up. And would you want to go base the Saurus, or would you just leave him there?
It will depend of his overall positioning.
Okay.
Sometimes screening is best, so that way you avoid punches. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that.
Because it does look like getting a cage up is going to be somewhat difficult. I can get a fair way toward my back line, but my troops are going to have to fall back a fair bit in order to form any form of...
You have 7 turns. You're undead. You're slow, but not that slow. You have 4 PCs that goes decently fast, and you should be careful not to lose the ball, because once it's away, you will have a really hard time.
Yeah. Now, in this situation, I mean, my ball carrier is technically safe from anything apart from the skink on the right. Do I want to move him first, or do I want to start doing my dice rolls first?
No, you should move first and
So
do the cage first. So move it more in the center.
Sort of
more center right.
behind the
exactly.
Central mummy?
Yes, here it's good.
Okay.
Because the mummies are a very good way of not losing the ball.
Yep.
Here, stand up the zombies on the left.
Yep.
And move 1 square to the right.
Okay. This is just to...
not in base contact, because I'm not sure he will do lots of job anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, skeleton moving on the square back.
So, I want a tight cage, do I, ideally?
He doesn't have a fireball, he doesn't have a wizard.
Right,
so, yeah,
okay.
side cage as much as you can.
And I've got a free zombie, I've got a free skeleton rather as well with block.
Yeah, free skeleton should move backward to try and prevent, not the skink, not the right, on the left more, because you have 2 Sauruses, you can click on them to see what movement they have, but they should be able to get in your way pretty easily, so here they should be dealt with.
So rear left, would you say that seems sensible, so it's out of... Right, now just being conscious of time, like we do have a foul available again on the Saurus, but I'm assuming first I probably want to block with the white here.
I say first blitz the skink on the back.
Right, with my blocker, I assume.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then I can move back for the foul if I'm successful. Oh well. Does he have sidestep? No.
No sidestep on his part. Here, yes, this square is good.
Yeah, just move. And should I stay and then go back to the Saurus, or do I want to base him? That would be.
You really don't need to base. I say stay and complete the cage more.
Okay. So step on in.
Yes, here works
Yeah.
because he can get close to your ball and
Okay.
do some shenanigans.
Okay. So I've got 16 seconds. Should we block the Saurus and then get a foul in?
Block the Saurus, yes, but I'd say with the mummy, you should really
Okay.
try and go for the removal. Take a
Right.
bit
Okay.
of risk, but sometimes it can pay off. Ah, wouldn't have
Unfortunately,
really
not yet.
matter.
Follow.
Yes, yes, you
Feels
can
like I
follow.
free up the white at least then. Complete the cage. It's an option, or I've got the mummy to complete the cage.
Yeah, you can
I'm
move,
just going to click stuff as I've got 2 seconds.
can move back one square with the mummy, but and now you can do
Foul?
the follow it with the zombie if you're fast enough.
Just about. Just about. KO'd. There we go.
No sent off?
I don't know yet.
No, you're not sent off.
I'm
Good.
okay. I'm okay. It's rather successful for a game against lizardmen.
Yeah, one Saurus out and one skink out, so 9 against 11. I say it's a pretty good start.
I've got a guard in the
That's-
cage. I've got 2 blocks in the cage. Feels quite nice.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go cage dive you. He might have more strengths, but overall you have more player and skinks can't really stop you from scoring by punching you, so he really needs to synergize with the sources. So I think he will be careful for this turn. Might move backward.
So I definitely haven't something I like thinking about from what you've sort of guided me to do to what I would normally do. I think I would not prioritize making a decent cage normally and just try and get as many blocks as I can, and that's probably something that perhaps opens me up to a lot more risk.
It always depends on the situation.
For sure.
Here, maximizing the block against AV9 sources, and it's really a lot more random than doing that on, let's say, Skavens or things like that.
So we've got one injury and a regen.
He regened. When you don't have the animation of him getting punched, that means he regened.
Ah, right. Okay, I was wondering how you knew this before me. I thought there was some sort of wizardry going on. Right, so that's a mummy down with a mighty blow. Fingers crossed for nothing too painful. There we go.
Having a mummy down is always hard because they just stand up and need GFIs just to blitz.
Yep. But I've got the other one in the cage I can blitz with.
Yeah, well, I'd say always try and prioritize blitzing with the white on skink.
Right, okay.
You still have one available.
Yep. I can complete the cage with others as well. So in terms of cage manoeuvring here, I mean, if I can move the cage up towards the crocs, but that doesn't really seem particularly a friendly thing to do. So what would be my... So I'll stand up the mummy, I assume.
Good question. I'd say yes. He's going to get punched, but I think you have to take the risk. You can't really let him roam freely. So stand up the mummy. And here, it's a pretty hard situation.
Yeah.
I say go for the blitz on the skink and try and play for the long-term game. You have replacements, so if you get him down,
Yeah. And follow or
don't
again?
follow. Don't follow that.
Yeah.
Stay here. It's something you could have done, but I should have told you before. If you had blitzed on not directly.
Yeah, I could have pushed him to the zombie, couldn't I? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Chain
yeah.
push to the zombie.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good point. Yep. So am I reforming the cage, or shall I aim to move the cage to the right?
I don't think moving the cage to the right really serves a lot of purposes. So come back and see what we can do.
Right. So we
might be able to punch the source. No, we can't.
I've got 2 zombies free, but neither are basing.
You can send one directly at the skink.
Yep.
Not directly in front, but maybe more in diagonal.
Okay. We'll go with, yep, the zombie there.
Yes, and the skeleton can just move 1 or 2 square backward. Try and be kind of useful. Here
Now,
we need to reposition. We're offering the mummy, but it should be okay.
yep. Do we want to
Here,
dodge the white? I mean, it
yeah,
seems...
we can try it because the floor doesn't have mighty blow,
Oh, there
and
we
you
go.
have a chance to succeed. And even if you fail, don't really reroll
Yep.
because you have AV8 and regen. He should be okay. See, he's okay. Yeah, here, pretty difficult situation. We need to regroup and see what moves he make. We don't have the movement to really go running places.
Mm-hmm.
But if he punches
Oh, there we go.
Without mighty blow, or yes, that.
That's worked out nicely.
Yes, he saved the mummy for us.
Right, so I guess our priority now is probably to throw a block on his... Oh no, his Mighty Blowsaurus is back there. Who could still blitz my mummy, I guess.
Indeed.
I wonder if he will. I'm assuming yes, but...
I think he will.
So with his commitment on the right, and assuming that the Saurus goes where he's just gone, do I, let's say, blitz left and try and reposition up there a little bit? That would be my my instinct anyway. Or am I just happy fighting this out and basically...
I don't think we have the player to win a fight in...
Yeah.
He have more strength and more AV than us. What we do have is a bit more agility, and we have player that we can dump.
Stunned mummy. Okay.
Stun mummy, not the end of the world, but really not helping our plan. Here, I think we will have to commit. Yeah, this turn we'll have to commit on the left. So we won't blitz as king this turn, and we might just prioritize the left one.
So
maybe blitzing a Saurus with the mummy and try and recage. Reform the cage and just send player to be painful. Because here the Crux is pretty much taken care of. You have a zombie just basing him off. So the zombie here, he is good. The skeleton is okay. He can punch it with the Crux and maybe free a Saurus, but we can't really do anything about it right now.
Yeah.
So I'd say what we need to do first, before blitzing, we just need to think a bit. What do you do if you fail, let's say, roll quadruple skull? Do you want the turn to end right in that situation?
Yeah, so I can...
I'd say send the zombie in base contact of the Saurus on the right.
On the right?
So at the right, sorry, not
sort
the
of
free one, but that is on the right of, not here, as 1 square to the left. Ah,
this one. Okay, right. So base him.
Not this one. Yeah, this one. Exactly.
That one. Yep. Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. That's why they need to label the squares different numbers. Zombie to B6. So blitz now?
Yeah, now we can blitz. It's not ideal if we roll a quad skull, but at the very least we are not as naked as we were before.
Right, okay.
It's just a zombie into a Saurus, but we can do better than that right now.
Reroll, I would guess.
Yes, exactly.
See,
this is why we should consider our action to always fail.
Now, I would assume... would we follow here to remain base?
We can follow. He will have 1 die if he blitz with the Sauruses.
So,
here,
I can make a base on the far left. Or is that a bit too...
What movement does he have?
So I can set up a base there.
I'm afraid we will have to do it, but I'm not happy about it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get to work with it with my 19 seconds remaining.
Try and base the skink with a block.
Yep.
Because that way he'll have to dodge.
Oh dear, I've got to do a GFI for that.
Yeah, you've got in your own way with the...
Ah, right, okay. Okay, should have done the other thing first. I was wondering why that was one more. Oh, that was lucky. Okay. And I'll do that, which is just to save on extra GFIs. So, white, is it worth dodging this white again for on a 4+?
Yes, we can try. We can try and go back, maybe go behind his team.
Nah, well.
If he fails, too bad, but he's pretty sturdy, it seems. And if it succeeds, it's okay.
Yep.
Here we have a pretty huge problem that will come in the next 4 turns. The mummy is on the ground. Next turn, he'll just get up. So we have one mummy that won't do a lot until I'd say turn 6 at least.
Right.
But we can't really do anything about it. We'll just have to, well, see how it goes.
So are we kind of aiming for a sideline cage now? Is that going to be the... is that looking like the way forward for us?
It seems like we won't be able to outrun the Sauruses.
Yep.
And I think he will be blitzing the...
Yep. Oh, that's
mummy.
A bit of luck. Well, that could have been worse.
Just double push. I think he's going to follow because that's what they usually do. Oh no!
Okay.
Well, that's surprising.
So.
But at least we have a good punch with the mummy.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are a bit reliant on luck to have another removal.
I'm guessing we block Saurus, block Skink, and then there's, well, another Saurus to block, but then we're not really going to get left with much of a cage there.
Yes, that's true. We will have to improvise.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's always a tough matchup. I find really tough against Lizardman. Here he offered us a skink on the early turns, but that didn't really work.
Right, so
for us. But good thing here, the mummy will have a friend next turn. That's good. And the skeleton can be out. That's good. Not the skeleton, the zombie basing the crux.
So stand up the mummy, I assume, and...
Stand up the mummy, stand up the zombie, and send him into the Saurus.
Yep. And we've got the white as well. I mean, we could blitz the little skink with him, but...
I'd say move the zombie and base the skink. The zombie on the far right. Basing the crux.
Ah, right. I forgot about the what do you call it? Do I want a diagonal? No, I don't.
No, you can't. You can't. You have to dodge.
Fair enough.
Dodge. No.
Yeah, fair enough. Right.
Here,
okay.
why do you free up the crux? Because you still have the skeleton basing the crux, and if he wants to punch the skeleton with the Saurus, he will have a 1 die because the crux is currently boneheaded.
Right. Okay.
So he's not giving tackle zone, and if you punch with the crux, then his Saurus is not free.
Yep.
Here we'll have to punch with the mummy again.
Yep.
And hope it works out.
Well, it worked. And are we going to follow, or?
I think we will. We will follow. Here he have 1 and 2 Saurus, 4 Saurus based, and no really good way to get out.
So do I want to reposition my cage and...
Not here, because one of the cage corner is in base contact with the Saurus, and the Saurus will pretty much destroy him. I'd say blitz with the white.
Yep. Onto the Saurus.
Not this one. On the skink on the far right.
Ah, okay.
We'll have more chances of removing a skink than a Saurus.
Nope, it's not our day with skinks. Oh, should have gone the other way.
Here we follow, of course.
Yeah, I shouldn't have pushed that way, I assume, too, because I could have had him in base contact with 2 of them rather than 1, but I guess the zombie...
That wouldn't have changed anything for the dodge out.
Yep, yeah.
Here we will just move the cage 1 square to the right. Yeah, 1 square to the right for the ball carrier. Just have the mummy in base contact.
Mm-hmm.
Have the block skeleton, yeah, here.
1 to the right as well.
Yeah, 1 to the right. The non-block skeleton 1 to the left, and the white on the square right. So that way the white will not be based and will have more place to maneuver.
Right. Okay. So we're doing it to keep him open.
Keep him available rather than
right.
having
Okay.
Skeleton.
Cool. Makes sense. What's up, chat? By the way, hope you're all having a good day. We're just doing getting a little bit of coaching right now. Try and improve my thought process. I'm deep in thought right now, so hopefully you guys are too. Okay. So I assume it's fairly probable here.
Being useful at doing what they do best, just getting punched. But that's what we ask them anyway.
Mm-hmm. Wow, okay. He's burning through those rerolls. There we go. Bit of luck.
Last reroll used and really crappy block dice for him. Oh, yes. Saurus out and the mummy is still alive. So that's very good for us. That's exactly what we needed.
Yep. Oh, and he left.
Always. What?
He's quit.
Okay.
Okay, so that was a rather quick one. So we were very patient in that. I think one thing I would do if I were up to my own devices here is I would be doing a lot more risky play, taking a lot more hits. So that's quite... Oh, we'll re-roll the 1. Hey, 6. There we go.
That's the key when playing bash team, such as Chaos, Nurgle, Undead, Orcs. It's not to don't try and win by doing 4-0 or 3-0. You're not elf, you can do a lot of touchdown, and it's always preferable to try and go for a safe score rather than risky play, because you don't have the agility or movement to make up when it fails.
The good news is, rather deservedly, that mummy that just injured the Saurus has leveled up.
Yeah, pretty good. So what does he have?
Nothing special. We've got a strength to pick from, so we've got Juggernaut.
So here we have
Stand Firm.
Juggernaut is a pretty crappy choice, I'd say, because you don't usually blitz with mummy as they level up.
Right,
because they have movement 3.
Yeah.
When they get up for blitzing, they need a GFI. So we have 2 choices really. Stand Firm. Since you have already guard, I would advise to take it, but you can also choose Break Tackle, because mummies are so important for the undead team that being able to dodge out of anywhere on a 2+.
Wow, yeah, that's sneaky.
Always a good thing, but here I'd say since we're learning it, we won't go for the risky play. Stand Firm's always good. Stand Firm, Guard, Strength 5, always a good combination. So that way you can keep the Guard where you need it. So you have a pretty decent team right now. I'd say, of course, the fact that you are at 180k, I'd say get rid of the money however you can. Maybe build a stadium enhancement, or just buy a player and fire him.
Should I buy any thoughts on the zombies and skeletons here? I mean, I could fire a couple of skeletons and get a couple of zombies instead.
I'd say, yeah, you can fire 1 skeleton and replace him with a zombie. Here, yeah, we are at
140. There we go. So that's good.
Yeah, and here in terms of development, I see you have also a kick skeleton.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not as bad as it look. I'd say it's a decent choice for skeleton. I would advise to not take it early on.
Right.
early on, I would advise to take first kill on every lineman is dirty player.
Right.
So that
Okay.
way you can foul better, because fouling is a very important thing to do with undead, because you have a lot of cheap player, and
Mhm.
even if you trade one lineman for another lineman, yours is pretty much crappier than a lot of others linemen, so
Fair
you
enough.
don't really care about losing them. Uh,
Fair
here,
enough.
here on this undead team, the fact that we have level 3 mummy is very good.
Yep.
The second one isn't far from leveling up either.
Yep. One more
So I
injury.
say he will be able to have guards, because having 2 guard mummy really a luxury, and that's very good. And here we need to level up the whites. The whites, they are also key player on the team. All the player in the undead team are very good in what they do, and whites are pretty much the Swiss knife of the team. They
Yep.
can carry the ball in case your goal dies. They
Mhm.
can block in case your mummy aren't available. They can blitz. They can
Mm.
screen. They can do everything, and they will do everything pretty good.
Yep.
So here we really wanna have one with mighty blow.
Right.
So that way we have more reliable blitzer,
Yep.
because mummy, they are reliable, but they are movement 3, so you
Yeah.
can't really go everywhere you
Sure.
want.
And they don't have block either, so there's a bit of added risk.
Yes, but you have more ease of getting 3 dice.
True.
That's always the thought about it. It always depends of the situation, but you prefer to blitz, most of the time you prefer to blitz with white, and
Yep.
mummy, they just really, they are key player when they stand somewhere and they are annoying.
Right.
So, because having 2 guard mummies standing next to each other, they are like impossible to get around. They are very good at holding the line with just 2 player.
Mhm. I would assume you probably want a white with tackle if you had to have a tackle piece, or would that not be the case?
Yes, but after Mighty Blow,
Right. Okay.
uh, I used to have an undead team when I was in college. I made playoff with them. That was
Mhm.
this was a pretty good team, and really what made the team good was the whites. I had 2 star player white. I had like by game 10 they were level 5, level
Right.
5, level 4, because they were doing everything. I gave them the ball. I blitzed a lot with them, did some couple of vanity pass. They are really what makes the undead team very threatening at low TV, because the
Right.
mummies, they are good, but on their own they can't make the team stand up, because it's rather easy to get around mummy. You just face them with zombies like in
Yep.
Croxigore.
Yep.
And ghoul, they are fast but not the fastest, and they are also non-regen
Yeah.
and
An
not available
AV7
with
as
the
well.
APO, so they
Yeah.
die a lot. They only have dodge and block a bit
I
later,
think
but
I've had one die on this team already, who was a sure hand school. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, also I'm not a fan of having sure hand on ghoul first kill. I would
Okay.
advise to go block
Block
first.
instead for a
That's
blodge school. Yeah.
that's personal preference, but on almost all of my team, I usually go block on the ball carrier rather than sure hand, because
Mhm.
that way when you are on defense, there are no ball to pick.
True.
Well, you can still use him
True.
to punch or be annoying.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that
It
way
makes
it's
sense.
more polyvalent.
Get more value. Yep. Okay.
But depends always of your personal preference.
Okay. So I'm quite happy to jump in another one. Obviously, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you want to hang around at all, feel free.
Yes, sure, sure. Of course, because that was rather quick one.
It was quite quick. It was quite quick. But if you want to do, say, the first half, or it's up to you. I mean, feel free to hang around. But
Yeah.
I'll try and get another one in there to well, see what happens really. 1210 still quite a low TV considering I've got 3 rerolls, a few players at leveled. It seems like you get
And
quite a lot for your money with
exactly, and especially because Mummy are only 120k.
Yeah.
That's not too much. And Zombies at 40k, that's basically one of the only team that can have a full roster and have 3 reroll and still be at 100 TV,
Right.
1000 TV.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's nice. I've tried them compared to Necromantic, which do seem pretty different with their sort of, obviously they don't have mummies, they don't have mighty blow on the constructs. They seem quite, they look visually quite similar, but they do seem to have some pretty big differences.
Yes, yes, the Necromantic, well, first they can't take skeletons. On my opinion, that's not a bad thing, but
Yeah.
always personal preference. Usually people prefer to play with zombies rather than skeletons.
Yep.
But also what really makes the Necro team different than the Undead team, you have the Wolves.
Right. Okay.
The
Yep.
Wolves are one of the best player of Blood Bowl. It's a pretty tight competition between like wolves, vampires, war dancers, or
Yep.
chaos warriors. They are very good player on their own and they complement their team a lot.
Mhm.
But also, as like White, they need to do everything in the Necro team because the rest of the team can't really play without them.
Yep.
What that means is you really need to protect the wolves a lot because they will be blitzed because they have 3 skills but they don't start with block or dodge or anything really helping them survive. They are movement 8, they are strength 3, they have claw, they are frenzy.
Mhm.
So they are very difficult player
Ooh,
to use.
Bretonia 800.
Oh,
Interesting.
yes. Punching some breaths. I'd say it's a good thing. Oh, what do they have?
2 rerolls, no
Nothing.
Apo, and 3 blitzers, and the rest are just linemen. So interesting.
Well, it looked like he's trying to build a team for having a lot of inducement. So I think he have a strategy in mind.
Yep.
I don't really know what it is, but we should watch out for it.
We'll find out. Yep. Hmm.
Well, we'll see what he takes for inducement. I think he will take a star player. I don't know if Griff Overvolt is available. You can click next, you have 50.
Yeah, I was just saving time, but yeah, that's. I was just allowing you time to talk, but I guess there's plenty of time anyway for that. We got all
Yeah,
the intro.
I don't know what he wants, but with a team like that he surely have a plan.
Yeah.
I think it's a meme plan, but if it works, we'll say he's a genius.
Okay, so he's gone for Zara, who I think is fairly popular. She's an assassin, if I remember.
She's an assassin, and if I remember correctly, she have a rule that she can stake like an assassin, but she have +1 on this stake
Ah, if
if
they're
she use
undead.
it on a undead.
Oh, good, good. I fit that criteria.
Yes,
Okay.
we'll see how we use it. And he also took a wizard. That's fairly popular choice.
Yep.
I don't know if I would have gone for the wizard, but it's because I usually don't have a lot of luck when I'm using the wizard.
Yep.
I usually just roll onces on the fireball and still at
Last
my
time I took a fireball, I
150k.
had 4 out of 5 down. That was a painful game. It was yeah. So let's so coin toss. There you go. There she is. Right. So I would want to probably receive the ball, go on offense.
Yeah, receiving the ball with 2 mummies, why not? Here you can have couple of 3 dice early on. You can punch the Brett's peasants. I mean, they are pretty much a nuisance, but well, that's the Brett peasant. They are like zombies because they are really annoying to deal with because they are fend. Fend,
Mm-hmm.
I would not say it's a very good skill to take when you level up, but having it base with the
Yeah.
linemen really help. Well, let's just look at the skills of Zara just to be sure. So I think she's an Amazon, so she have dodge.
Yeah, she's got blodge, she's got dauntless, she's got stab, and then
And
she's got
jump up.
stake and jump up. Yep. So quite a bit going on. And stake is +1 to armor roll when made against Khemri, necromantic, undead, or vampire.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Right. Let's see what we can do. How's it going, chat? Hope you're having a good day. Just trying to do this live so you guys can pick up something from it as well. Hopefully it's some use to you guys too. I'm just looking to try and improve. So I borrowed this chap over from Dimmy G. He's currently his mentor in one of the leagues. Right. So plan would be to blodge, attack over there. That guy does have quite a bit of movement, so... Right, got ball carrier back here. Yo, what's up, Ratchet? Playing Lizardmen at the mode, nice. Okay, and we'll... Kind of hesitant to put anything at the front because she's effectively rolling on a 7+ with stab. Right. Have you got kick? And I'll put you out here. Right, okay. So, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 5, 6, 7. I should get some 3 dies there. And, well, we'll see where the ball goes. Righto. I'll do this one... solo for now. I'll give the gentleman 40 seconds to come back. I'll wait it out. So plan will be just attack with a 3 die, He's got decent movement on them, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can get to here without geophies, so it depends where the ball goes. I guess there's a little bit of a threat here. Playing Lizardmen. Good stuff. And I've got a fair few blocks coming out here. But as said, the mummies have their capacity to remove, which is probably more priority. We've got a blitz as well that we can use, and we'll have to see where we're going to use that. We'll just wait it out. Right. Let's have a good kick. That looks... White Walkers can move 1 adjacent square. So I'll get him ready to move over here. Be a bit of a pesky nuisance. Move you back 1.
Okay.
You alright?
Excuse me.
No worries, no worries. So we've got a ball drop in the back left down here. I've got a free 1 square movement for all of my dudes. Which doesn't seem to be that particularly useful.
Well, here we should focus on punching.
Yep.
So, yeah, moving backward a bit. He's bred, so he's not that fast.
Yep.
Right?
So, I mean, he's got the capacity to slightly move past on the left, but I'm still safe to pick up the ball.
Yeah, he have movement 7 on the blitzers, if I remember correctly.
Yep. Yep. So aside from that, it doesn't seem that there's any other 1 squares that are really that helpful to me.
No, let's just punch.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that will result in a... There we go. Where was the... okay, not too bad. So we've got, should be, yeah, 3 die here and a 3 die here.
Yeah, we can start by that, having 3 dice.
It's not a bad start. And we'll do one of those.
Yep. Going to remove those peasants.
It's 1 KO. Nice.
And no, you shouldn't punch that one with the mummy. Oh,
okay.
Late. Why you could have punched the peasant in the middle with the mummy, and that way you would have had a punch with the block white instead of
Right.
a
Okay.
zombie,
Okay.
and that way you could also have kept the peasant close to the mummy rather than away
Yep.
from everyone.
So I'm assuming moving the skeleton round to provide a little bit of extra on the left
Let's
is
see how many square of movement does the ghoul have to when after picking up the ball. So it's one, two,
another one,
three.
two, three. Yep. So I can get.
So here, so try and have it just directly in front, or maybe one square in front, to prevent silly dodges or blitzes. I'd say not for this turn, but if we can plan up a bit in the future,
Mhm.
might help.
So do
And
I want
also,
to? After you.
if you have a wizard,
Yep.
we should always consider that. So until he use it, we should not cage too densely. Always try and do the loose cage.
Yep.
He won't be cage diving with Brett because he, except for the Zara, he doesn't really have.
So do I want to go for a 3 die here in the middle, if I can, or okay?
It needs 4
Okay.
assists.
So I can move into zombies, but that seems quite excessive.
No, no, let's not make it 2 die, but we can blitz.
Yep.
Let's pick a side. Let's say the left one. We
Yep.
can blitz a peasant with a zombie. Not with a zombie, with the white, and then we can foul on that side too. We'll also only have 5 seconds because 2 minutes turns are a
Yep.
pain. Zero second. Push, fan, and get back. And maybe if you have the time to move.
That it's over.
Too late.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. It is difficult with 2 minutes. 3 minutes is really ideal, but it's yeah. Oh shit! I didn't even get to go get the ball. Crap.
It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Here there is a hole that he can use to go through if he gets the zombie away. That's why if we had the time, it would have also been good to move back with the white.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. I was very much panic clicking at that point.
Yeah. Also, I 100% expect him to blitz stab with Zara.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think he will do it on a mummy because that's very YOLO.
Yep.
But he might do it on the white on the far right. If he gets him down, it will be a bit harder for us because we really need those white. Not as much as against lizards because Bretts, they don't have as much strength or they don't have skinks that have dodge, but it's always nice to have it.
Okay. So I presume I'm going to be looking to get this skeleton up probably 1 square away from the Brett just to tie up his movement. 1, 2. He'll be GFIing to get to the ball then.
Yeah, we might also just go straight into his face and
an actual injury.
Thorn. And he is MNG for the next game. Well, that really doesn't matter a lot about the injury. Just matter because now we are at 10v10.
Yep. So what am I leading on the next turn, would you say? I mean, obviously he's still got his turn to go, but...
Well, here he will basically just form and try and keep you away. He might even dodge out with the peasant in front. Well, here try and get good position with the mummies. Always try and...
So do I want to lead with the 3 die, or...?
No, don't do that first. First, the skeleton on the further back.
Yep.
Here, just run straight into the blitzer. Base him.
Yep.
He doesn't have dodge, it's a 3-up dodge rather than doing GFIs.
Yep. And
that way you also have the other block skeleton that keep him away from really going anywhere.
Yep.
If he wants to go somewhere, no, don't move. He's good where he is for now.
Yep.
You can move the white back
Yeah.
and maybe base the peasant. I don't think it's a good idea. Just have it not directly in front of the peasant, but one square back.
Yep.
From where is the
Don't
peasant?
want to give him a
Exactly
free
here.
block. Yep.
So that way you don't give him free block and you patch the hole.
Yep.
And here we will punch with the mummy on the left.
Okay.
So that way, if we get a push, we can push it on the right. And if we just kill him, that's good. And this mummy won't need to move anyway because he's holding the line. So here on the right, try and keep
him in base contact. Yeah.
Keeping in base contact.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, would I want to blitz with the other mummy on Zara? She's got blodge though, I guess. So.
No mummy blitz on Zara. It's silly. We don't need that for now. You can just, if you really are worried about her, you can just send a zombie to keep her company because I think she's AV3. Not AV,
AV8. Yeah. I mean, I can. What's her strength? It's 4. So.
4.
Yeah.
Well, we can just keep her company with a zombie. She might stab it, but well, that's a zombie. Even if he dies, it's
so I've got 23 seconds. Where are we looking for the blitz here?
No, don't look for the blitz. Pick up the ball. It's important now.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up the ball and try and go as much as in the middle as possible.
Okay. Toward here?
Yes, here.
Okay.
Because with undead, you really need to be as centered as possible.
Do I bring anyone else down for...
No, not this skeleton. The skeleton on the right.
Okay.
Because here... Yes, here. And you can move the zombie backward also.
We're out of time.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
2 minutes turn.
Yeah, the 2 minutes are tough. It's it doesn't leave a lot of time for for this. Me and Kanor had the same problem. It's you get to discuss a good plan and then do half of it.
Okay, stab works, but
KO.
KO. Not the best, not the worst. I would have preferred to have him injured and regen, but well.
Yep. Yep.
This Zara.
She could be a problem.
She could be a problem, but if she's all alone, she won't be anymore. Here, I think as much as against the Lizardman, we have to focus not on the skilled player, but on the peasant.
Mm-hmm.
Because the peasant, they are screened, they are here to stop us from doing things. So if we remove them, then we'll have a easier time to play. If we have the chance, of course, of blitzing, let's say this blitzer with a mummy, we won't be against it because blitzers are tasty.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's in. Yeah, he's put himself in the sights. So I feel pretty naked right here. Like
we're naked, but we have a good screen so that he can't really go on the ball. He needs a 4f3 up dodge to just get near the ball. He can't blitz because he already did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, we can take our time. We still have 6 turns. He also still have his wizard. We should always watch out for that.
Yep.
So yeah, one die on the zombie. Oh no, not the zombie, the skeleton. Trying to get him away. He will surely follow, because if he doesn't, then you just get back.
Just walk back in again. Yep.
Other than that, so okay, for our next turn, we will want to cage using the mummies, but here we won't be directly close to the mummy because he have fireball, so we will be one square further back.
Am I still looking to gain the blitz and then form a cage around there, or?
Yes. The blitz is important, but first we need to move to maneuver and have a cage prepared for us. So
Yep.
first we move the skeleton on the far left,
Yep.
not blitz. First we move the skeleton on the far left to get here exactly here on the diagonal
Oh,
left,
diagonal.
right, on the
Ah, okay.
diagonal right of him.
That's alright, I'd already clicked. Okay.
Afterward we have the. So here we can get around. We will. Okay, so let's say it goes 1, 2, and maybe you can go 3 here. Okay, so we'll try and get the cage pretty much. Do you see the center of the? There is an emblem, not yours, but
The sort
I
of
don't think.
dirty bit.
Yeah, here.
Yep.
Yeah, here in the center of it, we will have the
Yep.
ghoul.
Okay.
We will have one mummy that will blitz and do 1, 2, punch the blitzer, stay and move to the diagonal.
Yep.
And the other mummy we will move 1 square back, and we'll have the others form the rest of the cage. So this mummy can go here. We can move the ball there, and here we will cage. But remember, the fireball is in the 9 by 9 square. So we will try and set up a loose cage. Here is good.
Yep.
You can finish the cage with the white.
Um.
The white on the
Yep.
left here. Not here. 1 square back further toward your line of touchdown zone.
Yep.
Here exactly. And then we can blitz the blitzer with the mummy.
And then
It's
we're
a
looking to
2-die.
step him back. Yep.
Yeah, we're looking to step him back.
Right, because I've got him down, I'd still stay though, right?
Yeah, stay. We can blitz
Nice.
bait him with
Ah, okay, yeah, we can use the zombie to do that.
yes, and we can
But he's
also
KO'd anyway. Stand up our white, I assume?
stand up or white and move the zombie that is further back. Try and get him the skeleton. Try and get him on the right.
Afraid that's timing. 2-minute turns, man. That's all good. We're getting stuff done despite missing some stuff.
And here we have a decent cage. He might go for the fireball because we have the ball carrier and the mummies in the fireball. But here, even if he does that, he gets everyone down. That's very bad. But it's only. It won't happen. You're not unlucky.
It's pretty bad odds for that to happen at least.
It's 1/8 of getting everyone down and 1/8 of getting nothing down.
Yep.
And even if it does, we'll have to do with it and hope to get things in motion. But we already removed a blitzer. We have the number advantage. Here we have another blitzer that is currently busy with a worthless skeleton. I don't think he will blitz with the Zara. I mean, he should use it, but if he blitz, he won't blitz with the stake. He will just blitz normally. Oh, and she also have Dauntless, so maybe
take out some mummies. Whoop.
Trying
yep, that's a POW.
Dauntless. Got the POW, but well, he can get close to the goal, but that's why we have guard and stand firms and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's moving back.
Okay, so a lineman into base me instead. Yeah.
Well, at the very least we can just stand up the mummy next turn. That's why we have the white available on the far right.
Oh, there's another POW.
Well, that happened.
So, what are we thinking with the mummy on the right?
Well, first thing we'll have to do is just stand up the mummy.
Yeah.
Basically, that should be the thing you do every turn when they're down. Just get up.
Yep.
First thing you do, so that way you don't forget or
Yep.
things don't go badly.
I assume the skeleton's just getting up too, won't be dodging.
Yep.
And likewise with the
And
white over here. Stand up.
the white over here can stand up.
And we might be able to get a 2-die eventually there. So,
And blitz with the free white, the peasant that is currently bothering us.
this one.
Yes. No, the peasant that is close to the ball.
Yep.
Not from here, I'd say from the other way.
Yep.
Because that way, if we get him down, we are free to move around and not be in base contact with the peasant.
I see, yep. Okay, that makes sense. Well, we've
Because
got the
he
choice of
understands-
block or push.
Well, block.
Block, I
we
mean, he
won't
goes
stay
down at
here.
least.
We won't stay here, we have a chance
Right.
of an armor break.
Yeah, so do we want to go forward one to get a 2-die on this peasant?
Actually, yes. Yes, we can. We have blocks. Here we are in a good position. We still have 4 turn left, but we should try and focus on trying to get as much square forward as possible. We'll also have the mummy. First, the Gorn mummy should go and base the peasant. Just move 1 square to the right.
Yep.
No, 1 square to the right. Just
Okay.
not in front. Just here. And here you can move the ghoul 1 square to the right.
Yep. And then skeleton to form a loose cage.
Oh no! Just move 1 square backward. No, don't move the skeleton yet. Move the ghoul 1 square backward toward your touchdown zone.
Okay.
Because that way, if you want to fireball, he can fireball 5 people. Because you have 3 white,
I
2
see.
white, a zombie, and the mummy. So
I
that
see.
would be a really good fireball. Yeah, move that skeleton here and move the other skeleton just to finish the cage.
Yep. Rear
and
corner.
Do your punch.
Okay.
And yeah, go here and just punch with the zombie. Here you have the mummy covering the rest of the cage, so we are not as naked as we could. Here, yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Things are going okay.
That's how I feel.
He still haven't used his wizard, so that might be a problem later. We still have the number advantage, not by much. We don't cast, but we have 2 KO. He doesn't have a babe, so at least one of them won't be back. But he have a replacement. But here he will get stuck in this situation. Okay, so he's getting Zara into action. We have dodge with the ghoul, not as terrible. Here this turn will be interesting. This will be, I think, a turning point. If he goes unlucky, we will surely score. If our turn just go about as right as I think it will, we will be in a good spot. Because here we have the mummy available to punch, we have the 2 whites available to punch, we have another mummy available to punch, so we will have 3 or 4 AV7 that might break.
Yep.
And if we can remove at the very least 1 or 2 peasants, that might help us a lot.
Right.
Oh, here we might blitz. That would be perfect. Oh no, he can't. He already did. So if we just send another peasant to try and do a 1-die. Here he just 1-dying on the skeleton. That's perfect. That's why he's here. Not following, but hey, the skeleton is still here.
So I'll just step back in, presumably to base just 1, or
just the blitzer.
Yeah, I don't want to give him a free 2-die.
Yeah, not free 2-die, because you really want to annoy him.
Yeah.
Because he's thrown a lot of 1-die on this skeleton, so that means that he's starting to really be annoyed by the fact that a 40k player just basing an 80 or 90k blitzer.
Yep.
And he's a bred, so.
Oh. That's the push.
half die. Even if you take the push, of course, and even if he gets you away, it's not the end of the world. You can still punch.
I can still punch him, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not the ideal situation, but we'll have to do with it. Oh, okay. So here everyone is in base contact. He's committing.
Oh dear.
That's good. We just need to find an opening through his formation.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos stun zombie. That's not ideal as well. At some point we'll have to throw one die.
Right.
Okay, so here we'll have to think and think quick. First, the skeleton next to Zara, just stand him up.
Yeah, and
we'll need him.
go and base
Just stand up.
the blitzer as well, yeah?
Yes. Then, yes, go do it. Just punch with the mummy, the peasant on the left. You don't have the choice. We can't really afford to do anything else.
And I have to stay because of Fend.
Yeah,
so that,
send him directly at the skeleton, so he can't dodge out. He will have to stand up, and if he stand up, he can't do anything. He will have a 2-die, but he won't be able to move the blitzer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Would have loved a break here. Okay, here we have a somewhat decent opening, but we don't have the player number to use it.
Mm.
So here we'll have to just punch another peasant with the mummy.
Yep.
We really want him to break because he will do the same strategy.
Is it worth re-rolling? We only got skull push, but
no, we won't. Just take the push.
Yeah.
Send him somewhere on the right. We won't be going there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Stay where you are. And here we'll have to throw one die punch. I don't like it. I don't like this situation, but we don't have a choice. Not here. I'd say with the middle white, just one die punch the peasant.
Yep.
On your right. Here.
Okay.
Try and get some removal here. We don't really have a choice. We just have to push for it.
That'll do.
That'll do. He have Fend. He will use it anyway. But that way we can have another one die.
Just a stun, but
just a stun. That helped. That always help.
Right. So am I going north or left? Up or left?
Left. So that way you can send him into the mummy, and he will probably base it. But well, we don't want him running away around.
Okay.
And of course you stay. That's why bread peasant are annoying, because you can follow when you want.
So do I want to debase from Zara? Or do I want to blitz her with the skeleton first?
Oh, that's actually good idea. Blitz her with the skeleton, he have block, so worst case scenario double skull, but no. Blitz.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got dodge, but
push. Just a dodge. Put her directly in front. Well,
okay.
Here works too.
And stay, I assume, so I can reposition.
You can stay, but I'd say just keep her company. Force her to dodge. She have dodge. That's a fact, but
yeah. So do I want to?
We have to force him to roll dice. First, move the skeleton. And just base her.
Okay. No. Diagonal base or?
Diagonal base or diagonal base. So that way you're closer to where the action will be.
And I've got one goal left.
Here... Yeah, just move here. You will be punched, but you have dodge, so might as well work. Oh, well.
There, well. I think I'm going to have to make some choices with those, and then I'll let you tell me what I should have done. It's
yeah, sometimes.
It's the 2-minute problem. It's ideally you need 3 when you've got let's say a live discussion regarding terms.
Well, here the main problem is Zara. She can dodge out and just stab you.
Oh, we'll just do that.
Or just just do that. That's perfect. It could be worse, because if he follows, he will block himself.
Yep. So
Yep.
he can't
So
blitz me
he
now.
can. Well, he can, but
Yeah.
he'll have to go around. Hey, he's probably going to go and try and do it with the blitzer, but that will cost him more movement.
So 3 turns left to score, which now seems like it's getting fairly hairy.
It's getting difficult, but we
Oh, there we go.
don't really have choices. We didn't get a lot of removal with our mighty
Hey,
blows.
might be a reroll for
Yeah,
him, I guess.
he will reroll. 100% sure.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And get the bows down. Hopefully a good scatter.
Not bad.
It's okay. Not bad, not worse. Here we will have to use our second best player on the team, that's the white,
Yep.
to do the trick now. Here we have only 3 turns left. We might have to do some passing shenanigans, but we'll see, we'll see. We'll have to improvise with what we have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if we don't score, that won't be the end of the world. He didn't use his wizard. That's bad. We would have loved for him to throw a lightning bolt or a fireball. We didn't give him a lot of good fireball option.
Yep.
But yeah, wizard is always scary. Going for a GFI, well, worked.
So what am I looking for here? This
We are looking for the mummy to try and keep the blitzer and the Zara busy. So
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and try and base Zara to be directly
Yep.
next to her. Not blitzing. Don't blitz.
Okay, just a
and,
base.
Yeah, remember you are guard and stand firm. So this mummy is very good to just be annoying.
Right. Okay.
Here we will stand up with the skeleton just to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this skeleton. Then we will get up with the zombie and base the peasant.
Which one?
The
North?
the one that is closer to his end of the pitch. Yes, here we have only 1 movement, so that way we can have 2 die on the peasant, and we can have another 2 die on the other peasant, and maybe have some free spaces. Yes, here is also good. We will have to do choices. I think punching the left one is actually better.
Yeah, I free up the white that way.
Yes.
Okay, do I want to keep him on the spot with a block so he's based? Seems like it makes sense.
No, just send him away with the POW, because if you keep him on the spot, you will block your pass to
Right,
go
okay.
through. And on the far, not the best not the best square.
Okay.
Here we'll have to. So we have 1, 2, 3. That's not very good. We'll have to do. Here we'll have to do some handoff action. So first we will have to dodge out with the ghoul on the 3-up.
Yep.
No, don't move the white.
Don't worry, I'm just examining. It's okay. So dodge out with the ghoul.
Dodge out with the ghoul. Pick
Yep.
up on the 4-up rerollable, and then go with the handoff. That's not the ideal plan, but well, 75% chance of picking up the ball. We'll have to do with it. Just do it.
Okay. And now dodge out again and then hand off.
Then dodge out, hand off. And don't hand off from that square. Move 1 square to the diagonal to base the other peasant.
Yep.
So that way, if it works, not well.
Oh, what? Yeah. What the hell? Okay, right. He just went all over the place. Okay. Right. And where am I going?
Run for it on the middle.
I've got 1 second. Do I GFI?
Just run. Yes.
I have a reroll, so.
GFI. I'd say 1 GFI for that exact reason.
Yep. Yep, fair enough.
Okay, well, that worked better than I expected.
That was sneaky.
He still have the wizard, so he might just lightning bolt it.
Yep.
We have a chance he just forgot his wizard entirely. That can happen.
Well, we used it at least, and we can pick it up and 2 GFI to score still.
Okay, he used it good. We still have 2 turns, so we don't have to score that turn. And here, what I wanted to say that we should have the ghoul. She should have done the handoff while basing the peasant on the left, so that way
Oh, that one. Sorry. Yeah, yeah.
that peasant would be
Yeah,
based.
yeah,
And
gotcha, gotcha. So I thought my zombie on the right was a peasant, so which is why I went to go base him. I was like, oh yeah, that's a peasant. I'll base him. He's a dead peasant though.
yes,
Oh, that's a bit
I
of
don't
luck.
know.
So,
Ooh, that's very good for
that's
us.
very good for us.
Snake Eyes. Well, and he's stunned. So here we should not overcome it. First, move the ghoul and go closer to the ball.
Yep.
So that way we have a fail-safe in case we do just as him and just roll Snake Eyes.
Yep.
Go, and second thing, just go back to your side of the pitch and see if there is anyone else alone on your
Base.
team. No. Okay, so here we'll first base the skeleton, exactly.
Yep.
That's why you should always, before that kind of turn, just be sure to have done everything without rolling dice.
Yep.
That when the pressure rise, you can sometimes forget the
Yeah,
obvious
fair
rule.
enough.
Here, punch with the block. We don't want to take any unnecessary risk.
Okay. Yep, and that's why.
Get him down.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Happy days.
Dolmax dead.
Hey, and we got an extra zombo.
Well, we don't really care about him, but just having SPP on the white.
So.
Wasn't the white that was at 5 SPP? Just tell me it is.
Yep, he's leveled up.
Good. Perfect.
So,
that way we can
do I want to just send this
base
zombie
one
up?
with a zombie, let's say the one on the left.
Okay. Keep him away from the ghoulie. And then we've
Exactly.
got punching Zara, I guess.
I'd say pick up the ball first. Pick up the ball first. That's more important.
Yep.
And just pick up the ball. Don't do GFIs. You're normally safe if you pick up the ball. He might get salty if you succeed, but well.
That's fine. I'm not in a rush. I don't really want to give him extra KO rerolls. Oh no, he'll get them anyway, won't he? Because it was my... Yep. Okay,
Yes.
so now we're on...
Now we can punch... let's say punch the Brett Blitzer, because you have more chances of getting him down.
Yep. Reroll?
And if...
He's got blocks, so...
Well, yes, you have to reroll.
I've got
That's
2,
good.
so I'm going down if I don't. Okay. Push him on the skeleton and follow?
Push him on the skeleton and follow, so that way you base all 3 and you have guard and
Yep.
stand firm.
So I can
And you can...
I can 2-die him with the zombo.
Exactly, do it.
Oh well,
And
another push.
keep him close to the mummy and follow.
And then one more attempt.
One more attempt. And
Hey.
afterward you can punch with the mummy.
And should I stay?
Stay.
'Cause I wanna
so you
block
keep
Zara.
in check.
Yeah.
She will probably just stab a skeleton, but well, you have plenty of replacement anyway.
Hey, there we go. Yo, what's up, Ratchet? You won 1-0 with 5 injured skinks. Hilarious. Oh, serves you right for playing a lizard man. Right, okay, successful turn all in all.
Yeah, well, we managed to get out of the situation.
Yeah,
with
I'm amazed at that too.
Well, okay, a lot of luck. Him rolling Snake Eyes really helped up.
Yeah, true.
I think we would have managed to score anyway because he just had one peasant to stop us. Ooh, fail stab.
That's good. I don't want to lose a
And
Ramatu the
also
Elder.
we have a very good news. He doesn't have wizard for next drive.
Yep.
And he might also have 1 or 2 player down because we killed one, so he will have to use his replacement. So every KO that doesn't get up is one less player for him on this pitch.
Now in this situation here, like I've got a reroll, and I see a lot of people be like, "Yeah, I can get 1 or 2 more blocks in." Would you say just score?
I'd say try and get the safest blocks possible. Don't go
Fine.
with 2 die without block.
Yep.
And if you want to punch with the mummy, go with a 3 die.
Yep.
Sometimes that can give you the edge. Sometimes you can roll triple skull. It should be done with caution. Here,
Yeah.
even if we don't score that half, I'd say we're in okay spot because he used his wizard,
Yep.
and we had a couple of decent removals.
Mhm.
And even if we fail up, he can't score because he doesn't have anyone.
So I've only really I've got Zara that I can punch, but I don't. Well, I can punch her actually with the skeleton here for a 2. But what do you think's actually worthwhile here?
We'll see what we can do. The best would be to go with a 3 die with a mummy. Oh, he's going with a half die.
He likes his 1 die, doesn't he? Yeah.
Okay. That might actually be pretty helpful if he doesn't follow. Yes, perfect. So that way we can have a 3 die on the blitzer, because we can move a white to go and give an extra assist. No, not here. With a mummy we can blitz.
Yep.
But we'll have to have someone else here.
So move the white down. Yep.
Yes. So that way we have strength 7, and that's more than twice his strength.
Okay.
So
and then
we can have 3 die.
Right. And there's the POW. Okay.
Perfect. Here, the fact that it was a 3 die didn't change a lot, but
Only a stun, but hey.
better safe than sorry.
Is it worth fouling him now?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. You don't have a bribe, so I'd say...
It's just because I've got... Oh, yeah, because you don't replace that player, do you? You're down to 10 then if you foul.
Well, and it ends your turn if you get sent off.
Ah, right, of course. Yeah, sorry, I didn't realise that.
More the fact that we have an extra zombie, so let's just core. Don't push our luck.
Yep.
We have a decent drive. Going with 1-0 on our offense drive and a wizard out is a pretty good outcome.
Yeah, pretty happy with that. 1 dead and injured. He's already dead anyway, so that's fine. 1 still knocked out.
There is 1 undead injured and 1 dead injured.
Hey, it's still 2 knocked out. Now I've got to run to the toilet real quick. I'll be 20 seconds. I'll be right back. Oh, I better set up first. I'll set up first.
Yes. Just set up everyone on the line of touchdown.
So would you put the mummies on the front here, or...?
No. He has Zara, he can stab them. It
Yep.
would be silly. Just put zombies. Zombies up front. 3 zombies close to each other, you don't really care. And look if you have any zombie in the replacements available.
Skeletons, unfortunately.
Skeletons, unfortunately. Well, then just put 1 skeleton. We still have 1 replacement anyway, so yeah, now put everyone in the line of scrimmage. Not in the line of scrimmage, in the touchdown line. Do you see? Back.
Oh, this is the 8th turn. Sorry, yeah, I wasn't.
Yes.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot sandwich. Yeah. I was setting up for the second half. I was like, oh, why am I going all the way back there?
Here we can't really 1-turn us with movement 7 and...
Alright, so I will pop to the toilet and be right back.
Pretty good first half, I'd say. Yeah, that Brett team really is silly, I'd say. It's, well, almost every Brett team I saw, but... and the Zara is scary, pretty scary, but she didn't do a lot. So, well, pretty good training game so far. Might as well throw an extra one afterward. I mean, as long as we're here, and look like it helps someone at least. My immense knowledge.
Let's kick the ball, I guess. So, oh, I just remembered I've got kick. Right, there we go.
Oh, you've got kick. Well, Yeah, kick skeleton.
Oh, damn it. I shouldn't have gone for that
Wow.
one. But hey, give him the free SP for passing, I guess.
Yeah, he won't get a lot of that out of that game anyway. He lost a peasant. I'm pretty sure he's devastated by this loss of 40 gold.
So I've got a ghoul that's nearly ready to level up. And I've got a white as well. Both of them are on 5. Oh, the skeleton's also on 5.
Well, why level up a skeleton rather than a ghoul, I'd say. Skeleton and zombie, they will pretty much level up every time you get an MVP, because they will always attract the MVP.
Yep.
That's some kind of weird curse. But, well, dodgy player, always good. Plus, that makes a good zombie target, so that way sometimes the opponent just target the falling zombie, because
Right.
they are scared, rather than ghouls or things like that. So, yep, didn't lose anyone
Yep.
for
Still
that.
got a full team. If his KOs stay down, then that would be wonderful. Oh, okay. Another push. Oh, he's still got a blitz.
Yeah, so no vanity pass maybe? Would be
Oh, he is on 5.
surprising.
That'd probably be tempting.
Yeah, I think he will do vanity pass and then
Oh,
just...
maybe not.
Oh, inaccurate and end of turn. Okay. Second half. We're ready to...
So 1 up for me. And 1 of his up. Okay, so I think he's 1 player down.
It might be the Blitzer. So if it's the Blitzer still down, it's very good. If it's a peasant, well, we take what we can. So here, for the line of scrimmage block,
Yeah,
how do we...
the blitzer's down.
The Blitzer's down, that's
Yep.
wonderful. Okay, here, what we want to do. We won't give him the goal to punch. I'd say your defensive setup is the way you're setting up. It's okay. We have the fact that the mummy have only 3 movement really force you to go further up, but
Mm-hmm.
I would advise to go 1 square back with everyone,
Okay.
and to put the mummies on the side rather than in the front, so that way they have more movement possibilities.
Okay, so put them, say,
Yes, in
something
front,
like that. And in front as well.
in front as well, and everyone 1 square back. Might even make it 2. Yeah, 2 square backs. Why? Because you have the white if you really need to blitz, if you have a blitz, and that way you can protect your field better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, here, and you can just put a zombie in front of the ghoul. Not 1 square more in front. Just move the ghoul and the skeleton 1 square in front, so that way you have good defense.
Okay.
He can't, if he wants to dodge and blitz the ghoul, he will do it on a 6-up, so he won't do that. Yep, here. Confirm. He might blitz the mummy, but, well, we'll have to deal with it. It's preferable for us for our first turn to have the mummies in front, so we have a little bit more movement,
Mm-hmm.
so we can get it up to our line of scrimmage. Our first turn will be very defensive, but we'll have to do that. We don't want him to get good blitzes.
Mm-hmm.
He's only 1 player down, but no wizard, so this will be a tough offensive drive for him, and he will never score 2 touchdown in one half. So the draw is pretty much secured, and we're trying to push for the win here.
Oh, shit. I had the choice of the corner or the corner with kick.
Yeah, well, sometimes bad roll. You
It
get
went outside of the small square, which was like my options. I didn't know that could happen, so I put the square right in the corner. But yeah, these little circles were then outside of it. Bit unfortunate, but learn
okay.
something new.
Here he chose to start blocking with the peasant. Hmm.
This is a sign of a risk taker, I assume.
Well, seems like, or he fears for his blitzers.
It's because Leo's got a strong right hook, it seems.
Yes. Well, Leo the Aged is now KO.
Oh no,
That
it
will
was
which
Handsome Tom that did the punch. Yeah, so that's a 10 on 10 already.
well at the very least, if he was a zombie, it wouldn't have mattered
Mm-hmm.
because he rolled a 9 on the armor anyway.
Right.
And it's a skeleton. No, we're 10 against 10. Not what we wanted, but we'll have to deal with it. We're in a good situation anyway, because he have one less blitzer, so that's very good thing.
Mm-hmm.
He
Right,
still
so
have Zara. He didn't blitz. I think he's contemplating the fact of maybe doing a blitz stab, or just doing a blitz with a blitzer.
Blitz Dauntless maybe, yeah.
Well, Zara also have Dauntless,
Oh,
so
she does, yeah, yeah.
I don't see why he's not using her more.
Yeah,
Because she have Strength 4, so the Dauntless is on a
yeah,
2
so
up
2
rather than a
plus.
3 up.
Yep, yep,
That's twice as more chances of getting it.
yep.
And yep, mummy down, but
Okay.
not out. And now moving one square back. I think for this half we'll have to keep her company also. We
Mm-hmm.
won't start this turn because we'll have to reform and wait a bit. We'll have to be patient because with undead we can't overcommit on one side. We are
Yep.
slow. The mummy are slow. The zombies are very slow. So if we overcommit, we will have a really hard time, a harder
Mm.
time than let's say Skaven
Yep.
on getting back on the right track. So that's why we put a mummy on each side on the first turn rather than in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Because that way, if we goes on one side or the other, we always have at least one mummy nearby. We'll have the other one far away, but we can't have everything.
Mm. So, that looks like that's turn, so I assume I'll stand the mummy up, because he won't be blitzing.
Yes.
And stand up the 2 front lines.
Stand up the two front line. There is no reason not to. See how much movement have the mummy. So, well, we can't really do anything. So we'll base the peasant not directly in front, just one square diagonally. So that
Yep.
way we still getting closer to the middle, but still, at least if he stays there, we can punch it.
Mm-hmm.
Not ideal, but we'll have to do. Here he's trying to go on the right, but we should not overcome it.
Yep.
So that's why we will let's see. The block skeleton will go next to the zombie, and the zombie will punch, but not right now.
Okay.
The zombie that can punch the
Yep. The
peasant
central
in front.
peasant. Yep.
So you can just already put the skeleton here,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have the kick skeleton go 2 square on the right and 1 square up.
Okay. Just
So
forming a
that
line.
way, just forming a line, not
Yep.
always never overcommit. So we'll have one white go on the right,
Yep.
not directly behind the skeleton, just one square to the left. It's here, so that way it's a bit harder for him to blitz him or maybe base.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have the ghoul you'll put him one square to the right and to the back, one square right, one square back from where she is.
Yep.
So that way, she's available if there is an emergency, but we don't go too far from the left, so that way you
Sure.
can go quickly.
So, and
Here you punch with the zombie, and then you blitz the peasant.
not worth a reroll.
We have 4 rerolls. I'd say yeah, you can go ahead and throw it. Undead aren't too reroll dependent. Push it into the mummy.
Yep. And then blitz
The
this
last
guy
mummy.
and stand on the right side of him.
Yes. Actually, since seeing the dice roll, it might have been better to blitz first, but I wanted to see how it goes before.
And do I want to
Perfect.
step back a
Oh.
square?
Yeah, step back and diagonal left.
Yeah. Okay. So now he's tucked in behind and safe from Zara. Okay. Well, that
Exactly.
was rather productive.
Yes. Here we have a lot of the peasants are unable to do anything. He only have 3 to 4 player available, and even if it's decide to side switch, we still have 1 white and 1 ghoul pretty much in the middle. We also have the block skeleton available. We still have 1 mummy on the left. So here we are pretty much well balanced.
Mm-hmm.
He might go for a YOLO play to score quickly on going on the right, but even if he succeed, it's not the end of the world. We now have the guaranteed a number advantage because we killed another peasant.
Yep.
So except if maybe he removed the 2 mummy by novel miracle, we
Yep.
should be alright. Even if he scores quickly, we will have 5 to 6 turns to score back.
Okay.
So here, very good spot. Very good spot to be in, and he'll have to take risk, and he don't have a lot of player to do so.
So, yeah. Okay, so I dig this whole not committing too much thing. I think I would have probably set up 4 players on the right here, which would have been, yeah, I probably would have put the skeleton one to the right and another one directly behind, and then 2 squares to the left. But then, of course, that leaves the centre dramatically weaker.
Well, that's really what make Undead a harder team to play than what it seems like.
Right.
You're very strong, but you are very slow, just like dwarf.
Yep.
So you always have to be careful on what you do to never be open to be outmaneuvered, because it's really easy. Here against Brett, they have movement 6 or 7, so they can't capitalize on that as much as, let's say, Skaven or Wood Elves. But that's a good training anyway. A good training to do anyway. So here he'll commit on the right.
Yep.
So that's a good thing. So that way we can also commit on the right. We just have to mirror what he do.
Thick skull saving the day.
Up. That's one. That's good, I guess. The skeleton really wanting to stay on your team and trying to beg that by saying 6 skull is better than AV8.
Yep. So I've got a 2-die blitz on the blocker at least, if I need.
Well, we can also blitz with the mummy if needed.
Yep.
Here he's staying cautious. Oh, okay. That might
okay, so it looks like he's trying to kind of bait me into going hard right, but he's also not actually committed that much yet.
He's pretty committed, I'd say. Here first we go and send the mummy base the 2 peasants.
Yep.
Here we have the number advantage, so we can trade 1 mummy to have 2 less peasant.
Yep.
He will need to dodge out or try and do some shenanigans to get them out.
Okay.
Here we have a zombie we can get up with on the line of scrimmage.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Welcome back.
Yeah, always forget
Sextus.
about the zombies. We also have a block skeleton able to punch and a mummy able to punch, but I'd say we should be careful. So first, punch with the block skeleton. Punch yes, this thing.
Okay, so I can't follow, but I presume I keep him in contact with the other skeleton?
No, no,
No,
you don't
push him away
keep
to
him in
free him up.
contact. You will need the zombie for something else.
Ah, okay.
Here we have two stunned players. So here we'll need the zombie afterward. So first we'll have to blitz with the white. We have a choice here. Actually, we can either blitz with the white or just send the zombie and assist the
Yeah.
white in punching. But I say blitzing here is better because that way we have another white available.
And I assume diagonal?
Yes, pretty much all the time it's better to go diagonal.
Right, and I'm going to keep him in contact, I guess.
Keep him in contact, go well further, exactly.
And
yeah, that's where
I want to follow to be closer?
Yes, you can follow.
And am I going one square to the right or keep it here?
No, I think you can keep him here.
Yep.
You can move the other white. I think we'll need to swap the white and the ghoul. So the white will go a bit further back on the left, and you'll put the zombie at the place of the white, and you can put the ghoul a bit like behind the white, maybe one square behind the white.
Okay, so right in the back line.
Oh wait, I left a big opening here. We'll go move two square forward with the ghoul and punch with the mummy. Okay, I forgot about the
missed the punch. It's all good. It's all good.
Here, why did I do that? If there wasn't the hole in the middle, having the block, you maybe sent him a bit too much on the left, but that's not the end of the world. Here, I'd prefer to have the block available to be in the middle and be our emergency rather than the ghoul, because the ghoul doesn't have blocks, so she's less effective at punching things.
Yep.
The things you're punching have block also, but if you roll the balls down, you prefer to be standing rather than just, well, be there. Here, now, he only have 3 available player, but so do we. So he will be trying to screen.
Okay.
Well, now that we will have our stun player available, we will be able to do things. And since his peasants are pretty much out of the way, because we have one out with the mummy, one with a zombie, another one that will pretty much be free to move, but 2 again the zombie. Yeah, well, we're good. We're good, I'd say.
A trivia question for you. How many races are there? Lozen's just asked in chat. I think there's something like 15
24.
or 24. Wow. That's
24,
incredible. Oh, that's the mummy down. Okay. Well, only laying down at least. That's not convenient, but not the end of the world. So feels like his right-hand side presence is fairly substantial now.
Yes, here he really committed to the right, so that's a good thing. We will be able to also commit to the right now. Here we have the mummy down. Not good. We'll have to do something about it. The mummies are out of the way. That's not good. We'll have to fix it.
Oh, really? God, these red dice.
Oh, that's ballsy. But at least you have stand firm, so he's not rid of you.
Yep.
Stand firm and get up afterward.
Yep.
Well, double one on the armor roll. Take that.
Okay. Oh, don't worry, Daniel Hammer. I find that losing at your first few games is almost inevitable. I'm still losing lots. So, stand up the kick piece as well, I assume, because he's not going to be blitzing.
Yes,
And he's
stand
not
up,
going to be
stand up,
dodging.
stand up with everyone. Here we'll have to do things. We'll have to do lots of things. First, the block skeleton will have to base Zara.
Yep, diagonal,
so that
yeah.
way we have 2 die with the white against the blitzer.
Yep.
If you get him down, you follow. If not, you don't.
Do that now, yeah?
Yeah, do that now. Here we're going on full offense.
He's down. So we're going to push him diagonal, or do I want to leave that spot open?
No, left. So he's in base contact with the skeleton.
Okay.
We'll also have to do, we'll have a zombie. No, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the zombie is available, so we can base Sarah and maybe blitz her, or we have the ghoul. I'd say the ghoul is better here, so we'll have to dodge out with the ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and go diagonal right of Zara to have.
Right, okay.
Yes, here exactly. So that way we have good failsafe.
And blitzer with the white?
Yes, go ahead and do that.
And do I want to blitz her from the south?
From here is good. No, from just right in front of her. And try and get her just in base contact of the ghoul. We'll have to sacrifice the ghoul for that turn, but we have to. So that way she's in base contact with just the ghoul.
I can push, I can block, but...
Reroll. Reroll that.
Okay.
We really hope for
ballsy.
a pow.
Yeah, there's a pow. So power to the ghoul.
Pow is huge, but she have jump up, so don't follow. Don't be fooled by that. She can jump up, stab on a 2-up.
Right, I see. Now I've got one movement left. Up one or diagonal back down?
Diagonal back down, yes.
Okay, and that leaves me with one zombie left to move.
That zombie, you can't foul, but you can go... Good question. I'd say... Yeah, here we'll have to do.
That would be my...
just in front of the peasant, yeah.
Yeah. Right, that feels fairly substantial. Yo, what's up, Zireg? Right, it's going for the stand up and the stab. I'll stand up and a whack. She's got blocks, and that's me down. Okay. See, he would be able to get a 2-die on my zombie as well, but he...
Okay, so he wasted his blitz, or did he jump up?
He jumped up, so...
He jumped up.
Yeah.
Well, too bad, but that's what I said. We agreed to sacrifice the ghoul for that one, to try and really force him into the corner. We have Zara on the back of our team, but if things go as planned, we might be able to surf her. Well, things won't be able to go as planned. Yeah, really didn't want the white to go down here.
Yeah. So you can't touch down this turn, but he will touch down soon.
Not as soon as we might think. If
I guess he's not going cage to follow up, has he? So I'm guessing he'll move here. That would be my guess anyway, but...
we might be able to do some interesting chain pushes.
No, that's the end of his turn. So he wants to reroll. Nope, never mind.
Oh.
That's one reroll down, so he's down to 1 at least.
here we'll have to have a mummy available.
Oh, there we go.
Ah, skeletons out. Yep, really need to also remove another player now to try and keep things even. He's really putting a good offense compared to last half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zara are really helping him, but large strength 4 is really good,
Yeah.
especially when you have no tackle.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, can we surf? No, we have no one still standing next. Is he really rolling an
He's really pushing his luck.
Yeah, well.
Push myself into. Oh, he gets to choose, doesn't he?
Yes. That's why you won't stand firm. Him getting away from zombies. I understand why he did this, but I think that was too risky to do. Because it's a 1 in 3 chance of rolling a skull.
Yeah.
Okay, here. We don't have a lot of players up on the pitch also.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here have the number advantage actually,
Yeah.
because we have
We've got 2 KOs this round. Yep, and a stun.
So stand up the
zombie, yeah.
white down and the zombie also. And we'll have to start with punching with a zombie on the line of scrimmage, the one that is on his half of the pitch. Just punch and hope for a POW, so that way we have a free zombie. Okay, well, here we can't follow because fend.
Yeah, push him to the mummy.
Push him to the mummy, exactly.
I'm replenishing my team as we go.
Another dead! Whoa.
This is lethal.
Dice rolls.
Yeah. So, where are we sticking this zombie? Now he's free.
We might have to blitz a peasant with the zombie to free a mummy. Here we really need the mummy to be into the action.
So
not from here. You should from the direct side of him, so that way if you roll a push, you can push him away. Exactly here. Those deads. Yeah, maybe another dead peasant. Who know? Here, why we blitz with the zombies, because we need our other players.
Yep.
And here we'll have to
base him with Zara
and base not Zyra, just 3-player, just Zyra, Blitzer, and Peasant.
Yep.
Where there is the -3 here.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because here you have a mummy back into the action. You really need the strength 5 here. We have a couple decent block here.
20 seconds.
Block skeleton on the right corner of Zyra, just close to the line of death, to the line of the field. It's a block skeleton, we'll have to risk it. And the white, you can send him diagonal left of the ghoul on the floor.
Yep. Okay, so I think I follow that.
If he tries to go on the left, we still have a bit of
block on this guy.
We also, yeah, block with the mummy. No, not taking the bows down, but send him into the zombie.
Yeah.
Is a good thing, because that way we have another free mummy.
So he can, in 3 turns' time, he might be joining the action.
It's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shame I don't have the guard. The mummy's the other way round at the moment.
Yeah, but, that's why having 2 guard mummy is really good.
Yeah, we'll get there.
He might try and do some dauntless shenanigan, but he doesn't have a guard as well, so...
Yep.
It will be on a 3-up, a 1 die. Here we will have to rely on Nuffle to maybe help us, because we can't do... We can't really do anything else.
Nuffle's not that interested, I'm afraid. That's 1 stun.
Well, that's the reason why we didn't send the white totally to the right, in case he tries to go up the left field. And we still have the mummy on the far left that can maybe be useful earlier than we thought.
I hope so. So what's going to happen here? He's got a lot of potential blocks he can do. So he hasn't got a
Yeah.
Dauntless left to use on... Oh no, she's got Dauntless, so I guess she'll probably go for the mummy, maybe?
Yes, but it's a 1 die, so he'll need
Ah,
a peasant.
finally you got a skull.
Oh,
He re-rolled, but
and a
that's his
push.
last re-roll.
Last reroll, and he's not really getting rid of the skeleton of the zombie, but here he will have a 2-die punch with the Zyra. But that's what mummies are for. So, oh no, there is the skeletons here. Good. Might try and stab. Might go for another peasant.
There's
But here we're delaying as much as we can.
Yep.
We still only have 3 turn left. He's not too far up our field, and we are at equal number. Another stun, so no, we're still outnumbered. No, we killed another peasant, so we're even numbered now. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
She's going for the... I'd imagine she'll Dauntless the mummy with a 2+.
Yes.
Oh, she's going for the 10% stab? No, thinking about it though.
Well,
That's a Dauntless.
thinking about the odds.
Yeah, that's a POW.
Well, at the very least, if his armor's old, he's in the middle of his team, so that's what mummies are for, just trying to be annoying, and now we'll have to support him. He will move back. He's not?
He's...
Oh, no, that's the YOLO play.
Oh, that's the KO as well.
That's really bad for us. Dolmak, that was an ex-peasant that is now 100% dead in our team, and I think he's a double agent. He's a spy.
It would seem that way. It would seem that way. So he's left his player there, who does seem to be open to...
Get up with the mummy first.
Yeah, mummy
Move
and...
the other mummy. Move the other mummy, and 2, 1, 2,
Nope.
3. So just paste the...
there?
You have guard, so maybe doing the 2 GFIs is actually a good idea. You know what? We'll do 1 GFI at a time. So let's go and do 1 GFI, and if it fails, reroll and stay where you are. If it succeeds, you can do the other one.
And diagonal to both?
Diagonal to keep them both. You have guard, so you can assist on the incoming blitz.
Right, so now
that's very good.
Now I've got a 2-die.
The mummies. First.
Ghoul?
Just see how much movement have the ghoul. Yeah, go on the left. Go on the left. Just try and not block your path. Here, not here.
There.
1 square backward.
Yep, so I don't block my path up to him.
So you don't block your own
Roger,
path.
Roger. So I move my block skeleton one to the left.
You can...
That would be my...
Yes. Try and base the blitzer. The blitzer close to the mummy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not Zara, the blitzer.
The blitzer... I want to base him with who?
The block skeleton.
So I can go there. Okay, yep.
You have a little bit harder time punching the mummy, because the mummy is what we really need here.
Right. Am I...
And now you go and blitz the blitzer with
Any
the block.
plan for the zombie over here? I would.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay, and
stay here. He's not in a terrible spot.
Do I want to do a diagonal this way? That would, to me, seem... Well, it doesn't really matter, does I?
Seems like it's a pretty good idea, so that way you can push him directly into the mummy.
Yep.
And backward, and you can still assist the mummy in not dying while he's holding 4 player of his team.
Okay. Do I want to re-roll that? Double push?
Definitely.
It seems like a pretty key play. Nope.
Grid out, because he also grid a lot, and you still have 1 reroll for 3 turn.
So pushing the other side of the mummy.
Follow.
Yep.
Push him and follow, so that way you are still...
Right. So I could go there.
The zombie... Well, we'll have to do it.
It's alright. I ran out of time, so I did...
It's okay. It's okay.
Something that seems remotely safe, but
It's okay. Always have somewhat of an interest.
hmm.
Here, of course, he'll have to start with a one die with block against block, but we can't really do anything else.
Although his blitzer
He'll
with Dauntless would 2-die my mummy.
Yes, but the blitzer with Dauntless will then will have to either dodge or
Yeah,
stay or do a lot of GFIs,
true.
and he have no reroll left, so every action can be his last.
Right. Well, that's that.
Oh, good.
Stop rolling
Failed
red dice.
Dauntless. Well, that's because he failed the
Ah, I
Dauntless and
see, I
have no
see.
reroll
So
left.
stand up my white, I assume.
Stand up your white, of course.
He's not doing anything else. So I've got blitzer on ball carrier.
First, I'd say move the block skeleton.
Yep.
And go on the diagonal left of the peasant, just to be sure.
Sure. So this is in case of failure. And
Exactly.
anything else like send ahead the ghoul or...
No, maybe the zombie just base the Zara and the peasant.
This one?
So we're... Yes, here we have a slight number advantage. And because the mummy is very important where he is.
Mm-hmm. Right, so what would be next priority?
I'd say punch with the mummy and maybe punch the peasant with the mummy. Why? So that way, not the mummy that is on the ball. So that way, if you kill the peasant, it's good. And that way, with the blitzer, if you fail to put the bread down, you have another chance of punching him. And yes, good. Here you can follow, send him just into the skeleton. Well,
and
here,
follow,
of course,
yeah.
you would have...
Oh, I can't follow.
No,
Yeah,
you
can
can't.
I? Yeah, of course.
But you might kill him or just get rid of him.
So now we got the 2-die there.
Yes, you have the 2-die there, and if things go badly, you can still try and blitz with the ghoul.
Okay, sounds good.
And you
That'll
no,
do.
not a 3-die, but
so push away and follow.
Stand keeping close to the mummy and follow.
Gotcha. Right, so let's have a good drop. Not the worst. And ghoul to pick up.
Ghoul to pick up, yes.
Or mummy first.
You have sure hand, you have dodge. The ghoul is safer. The ball is safer on the ghoul than on the floor.
Whew. Okay. And mummy to finish.
Mummy to finish. Punching a
punching
peasant.
left.
It failed. Left, so you can send him into the other mummy.
Yep. And we'll go for a push. No, go for diagonal down. I assume it's.
Yes.
And not worth using that zombie, I assume, because if I fail, then that's terrible.
Yes.
Okay.
You want
too risky.
You want to force him rolling dice. He have no clock, no reroll left, and I think that the game is in the bag. I'd say that was a really hard half, but I think he got a bit unlucky, but he rolled a lot of dice. He rolled a couple of red dice and a lot of 1 dice, so at one point he had to break. So...
Oh, he's still got a lot of movement left. That's dodge. Oof.
Yeah, I think he's going to stab the ghoul.
Yep.
Or
looks like it.
Maybe.
Just a blitz on a 1-die. Let's have that. Oh, no, not a 1-die. But I've got dodge, and he's not got any rerolls, so...
Well, we won't be able to score afterward, but just stopping him from doing so is enough.
We might be able to. 1, 2, 3, 4...
Yeah, with a lot of GFIs.
Yeah, with a lot of GFIs.
And a couple of locks.
So, do we go for the touchdown, or...?
Well, the further the ball is from him, the better it is.
Yeah.
Because the main goal is, of course, for us to win, and we might even be able to chain push us to freedom.
Oh, chain push. Wow, okay, yeah, that's... Stop doing that.
That doesn't work.
Okay, so chain push the knight, I assume, with the mummy?
Exactly. Just
Yep.
first be sure that no one is down and need to
Yep.
get up.
No one's down. Roger, roger.
Okay, good. Then
So,
yeah, you can do it. Yeah, do it with the mummy.
yeah, I
So
can only push, sadly. Not.
well, that's good. You push him into the goal and you push him in the direction of the touchdown of his touchdown zone, and you follow, of course.
And do I want to go?
Not diagonally, close to Zara.
Yep. And
Follow.
follow. Okay.
So
And
you have freed up the zombie. No, not the zombie, the skeleton. First, you get and base Zara with the skeleton on her diagonal if you have the movement.
yep,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
makes
Yes, you
sense.
do.
So just make things harder for her.
Exactly. And then you go and dodge with the goal, but you only need one dodge out. Because if you if you fail the punch on Zara, you will have to push her next to the goal, and she
Oh,
will
there we
make
go.
the dodge harder. Oh, failed. Well,
We tried.
we tried. We still have the ball in this position, and it's his turn 16, so he can't really score anyway.
Yeah,
Maybe with silly passes.
pretty productive. I like that.
Yep. Well, the snake eyes is unfortunate, but that's a good thing. It only happens now, and we didn't kill the ghoul with it.
So what I've noticed from this is like far more. It's less ambitious than how I would play, and I think I'm constantly like reflecting on what my brain is telling me to do versus your calming logic is. I think I probably push my guys too far forward, too far to the side. I think I push my guys too far anywhere, too fast. Probably overcommitting in every direction. Definitely, I don't prioritize making cages as much as that, and I probably prioritize trying to get blocks more, which I think probably backfires. So I've got a few things to sort of mull over here, but this is good. I rolled a snake eye. Just realised.
Yes. Well, that's what to do to play with Bashi team and slow Bashi team. So Nurgle, Chaos, Orc, or Undead.
Right.
This playstyle might not be suited while playing for Elf or
Yep.
Skavens or things like that. This is why I try to show you how you should play for Undead specifically by going with the play-by-play, but that's not, of course, a get out of jail free or
Sure.
I should always do that because that's what he told me last game. You should always take consideration of the situation, and that's what makes the great Blood Bowl player.
And that's what makes learning the
Sometimes you
game
have
really hard.
Yes, and that's why you need to play a lot and a couple of different team. You should. That's a good thing to try out different team and see what
Yeah, I've done just about every one of them except the token really bad one. So I've not done halfling and I've not done ogre, but I think I've done everything else now.
Okay, good.
So I've played a bit, but the thing is I've not necessarily played them properly, but I have played them a bit. He's actually got an opportunity to touch down here.
Well, if it works for him,
looks like he ran out of time.
Well, that's the. Oh, good. Well, here you can just do a couple of punches.
Yeah, so we prioritize mummies.
You know what? I just let you do this
Yeah.
turn, and I'll keep talking about.
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to prioritize trying to get a 3-die over here, which I can't do. Okay, go there. I'll just do the 1-die. The 2-die, rather. I'm sure yeah, because I can go 2-die there and a 2-die there. Still got reroll, so I'll do that. Double skull. Ah, not quite. And I think one die to finish
Just
for the
for the
lols.
factor,
Yeah, exactly.
for the memes.
Oh, armor break, but no injury. Okay. And we'll call that a day.
Okay, so what is your first impression about that match?
Well, it's definitely much more measured and patient as to how I would try and play, I think, which is, and I would try and get things done because I feel like I need to get them done quickly. Like I would try and get a touchdown as quick as possible, thinking that this is a good thing for me, but clearly not always. I have the opportunity to recruit free zombie. I'll take you.
You can recruit them and just fire them later.
Yeah, no, that was interesting and enjoyable because it was a different pace and also it was nice to see things work. I mean, the injury rolls kind of went in our favour a bit. Like, I guess there was quite a lot of blocks in the whole game, so 2 or 3 injuries on his team on AV7's not too unusual. Now, just while I'm on the page, we've got a opportunity for a white here. So you say Mighty Blow top priority.
Yeah, Mighty Blow top priority because you really need a good blitzer. So
Gotcha.
someone you can send and be like, okay, this dude will be able to kill what I tell him to kill.
Gotcha. So would
Of
you
course,
go for
that's
piling
always...
on after that, or tackle, or?
I'd say if you were playing in a league, let's say where you knew what was your next matches, I'd
Yeah.
go for piling on. But tackle is better because that way you're not as defenseless against bludger.
Yeah.
So tackle is better against everyone because, well, you'll need at least one tackle, and the white are the only one that can really take it. So here I'd go fire the MNG zombie also.
Yep. The missing a game one.
Yes. And here we are at 13 player again. No, 12.
12.
Well, 12 players, not the end of the world. It's
I mean,
okay.
I can afford to buy another one. I've got.
Well, if you can afford one now, I think also there's something I forgot to tell you is that you have a goal, but you didn't use it. You have
Yeah.
an extra goal. You have 2, but
Yeah, he was
this
on the
one might...
sideline the whole damn time.
Exactly. Here I can understand why it's scary, but you should accept the fact that the ghoul, you should use them as just glorified linemen,
Yeah.
and they will die. It's okay, ghoul dies a lot. They're not that expensive anyway, and really you're stopping yourself from the movement 7 and AG3.
Yep. Yeah, my thoughts
If
were basically that kind of try and get him block as well, but obviously I hadn't actually even put him on the pitch to get an SP, so I completely forgot he was on the sideline, but that was kind of the thought process. But I think I probably am a bit too scared with them. Do you mind giving me 20 seconds? I've just got to nip to the little boys' room real quick. I may have had a large a pint of beer while playing that, so I will be right back.
Okay.
back. And I have a headset on. Right, hello again. Sorry about that.
Hello again.
So, yeah, thank you very much. That was it was nice to see a different pace and some different priorities than I would go for, and obviously priorities that are better, which is
Well, that they were better in the current situation. That's what really
yeah,
is the important things. You shouldn't punch yourself because you want to touchdowns a lot or thing like that. That's not a rule. Of course, you want, if you could, to always touchdown every 3 turns or things like that. But
yeah,
Blood Bowl, that really rarely works that way.
yeah,
So here, especially with those kind of team, that's the advice I should give is always take what everyone say with a grain of salt,
mm-hmm,
because Blood Bowl, there are no really right play style to do. When you understand how your team works, there are no wrong way to play it and no right way to play it. It always depends of the situation and of the player. Two good player will do different things, and it will work better with one set of dice. Sometimes taking risk is the good thing, sometimes it's not.
yep,
Here we also took a couple of risks when needed. In the last turn of the first half,
yep,
we had to do a 3-up dodge and 4-up pickup and 3-up to do a handoff. But we should always try and do that when we can, the safest way possible. That's what really is important when playing Blood Bowl, is to really think about it and not do things just as instinct or reaction.
mm-hmm,
Sometimes it happens to everyone. You just like, I forgot to stand up the zombie, or I blitzed too fast and I forgot to do something that was way safer first.
yep,
It can happen. Everyone makes mistake anyway, but you should try and do as little as you can. And sometimes good play can roll bad dice and bad play can roll good dice.
yep,
Here also, for example, the fact that on that was turn 13, I thought that was the good thing to try and free up the mummy with the blitz.
mm-hmm,
On that turn specifically, that didn't seem like the best thing to do, but on the turn that was afterward, we really, the fact that we had this two mummy in the action really saved the game.
yep, yep,
That might have gone differently if, let's say, the blitz was just a push or he decided to go somewhere else.
mm,
That always depends on the situation.
mm. I gotcha. I gotcha. Man, it's yeah, it's hard to read the situation in this game. That's something I'm definitely picking up. So you can take a bit of logic and be like, okay, I think I understand that, and then the situation changes, and you hold on to that bit of logic, and it's yeah, it's knowing. Um, as I say, I think one of the things I find hardest to stomach in this game is how to react to certain situations.
Well, you shouldn't be too harsh on yourself. That takes a lot of games experience.
Yeah,
You should really play your team a lot and see how do you develop, because there are no one aspect of the Blood Bowl that is really easy.
yep,
Just like team development and building. Well, on that part, I'd say it's the easiest one to go and have help, because
yep,
basically in everywhere where you have Blood Bowl competitions or Discords or Reddit or anything, you can always ask for help. That's the easiest way to, when you're not sure about a leveling up, you can always ask
yep,
someone their opinion.
yep,
It's easier because that's the decision. You don't have to do it two
yeah.
or 3 minutes, and you don't have an entire field to take into consideration. You don't have 22 player to take into account.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. It's quite easy to Google guides, and there generally seems to be quite a consensus on which skills to get, and like there's pretty obvious choices for some of them, and there's like metas, and but when it comes to making decisions on the pitch, that definitely seems to be far more complex situational. But that's been really useful, and thank you again for it, because I think that I've got some things to ponder over now in terms of how much I'm perhaps rushing to achieve things, and that's perhaps shooting myself in the foot So I know I lose the ball quite a bit on my own drive. So I need to have a think about that. In terms of like chaos to undead, how because they're both a bit bashy, but chaos have sort of less toys to start with. Any tips for a starting chaos team? Because I know they're one of your favourites.
Yes, they are definitely my favorite team, and they are close second. They are both pretty different team, but also very similar in the base of they want to punch things and they win by having more people on the pitch. But
Right.
the really good difference is that undead they win because they have disposable player, they have zombies, they can foul, they can just be annoying
Yep.
and stop good player or star players from acting or forcing dodges. And
Yep.
they have the mummies that are strength 5 and really good roadblocks, so really annoying team to play
Mm.
against when trying to win the bash war.
Yep.
For the chaos is actually one of the hardest team to play early on. Like 1000 TV
Yep.
chaos team is like almost one of the worst team to start with
Right.
because
Okay.
you have nothing.
Yeah.
You have no skill whatsoever. You only have horn on everyone, on
Yep.
every goat,
Yep.
and you have the chaos warrior and you have the minotaur.
Yep.
I don't like the Minotaur. I played a couple of seasons with one, and once my team got pretty developed, I was really feeling like the the wild animal and the lack of block was really weighting me down on
Yep.
the rest of my team.
Yep.
So that's why I usually do exactly the way you build them. It's 4 Chaos Warrior, 3 reroll, and the rest with Goat. So you have 11 player and you have 3 rerolls.
Gotcha.
The 4 Chaos Warrior, they are the star of your team and they should be treated as one as so. So those are the 4 player that will make your team scary. But
Mhm.
early on, you are just a worse version of Orc because Orc they have
Yep.
Black Orcs and they have
Yeah,
AV9 on
it's true.
everyone and they have Blitzers that have block. So
Yep.
basically, the only thing you really have is that you have technically 5 a turn because you can have when you blitz you have the beastman with plus strength.
Yep. Yep.
So you really need a bit of luck when you're starting, and you really need to have the Chaos Warrior that level up quickly. That's what
Mm.
defines a good Chaos team. You should try and go. There are different version of building a Chaos team because you have 3 skill tree to choose from. You have general, you have strength, and you have mutation on everyone.
Yep.
So that
Yep.
means that you can take every player and you can make into whatever you want.
Which is pretty
Because with
cool.
mutation, you can also have some kind of budget uh, um, plus AG or budget plus strength or budget plus something. You can do silly things with the mutation
Mhm.
and with the strengths at the block and general access. You can do pretty much. You have every skill that you really need for. The only thing that you really would love to have is dodge. That's the
Yep.
only skill you would want to have on a chaos team, but it's only a double. Sometimes it happen.
Mm.
So you have those players that have three good skill tree to pick from,
Hmm.
and you have to really plan carefully what you want when you level up, but you also have to improvise. So
Yep.
that's a weird way to say it when saying it that way.
Yep.
So why do I say that? So you need to have a good idea of what you want for your team when you're leveling them up, but you also have to take into consideration that at one point you might have a Chaos Warrior that will plus AG, and you're like, okay, maybe I want to plus AG Chaos Warrior and turn him into a very long leg leaper. I did, and that was very fun. But that's not the best way of building them, but having a AG4 long leg block and leap Chaos Warrior was very fun experience and pretty decent player also.
Fair enough.
Because when you have a strength 4 player leaping into your cage and punching your ball carrier on 2 die, oh,
It's pretty good.
you really, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, fair enough.
The most common way to build them are with killers, because you have the claw access.
Yep.
Claw is a very good skill, but not on his own. You need claw when you have mighty blow.
Yep.
Because having mighty blow, claw, and piling on mean you have a 75% of removing or of having an armor break.
Wow.
75% chance of having an armor break, because you need to roll a 7 and you can re-roll it if you pile on.
Right. Yep.
So that's what makes Chaos Team very scary at later TV. When you have 2 to 3 player like that, mighty blow, claw, piling on, block, running around the field and just removing your player, like in 1 or 2 turn, you can remove a couple of good player with relative ease. You can have, let's say, a goat with extra arm, 2 heads, and block, dodge, and sure hand. You only need 1 double to have a very good ball carrier.
Yep.
You can have Chaos Warrior with block, guard, stand firm, and tentacle to make them very annoying. Roadblock, and maybe roll a double to have dodge or plus strength. So you can do anything you want with them, and they will be pretty good at it, but you need skills, you need SPP.
Yeah, and it seems hard to get that from what I've noticed.
Yeah, you need to have a bit of luck and to take risks. You can play as slow and cool paced as with Undead, because
Yep.
you have a bit more movement with everyone, so you can overcommit a bit more, and you have also AG3 on Chaos Warrior.
Yeah.
So that way you can carry with them with fair ease. I wouldn't advise to always carry with a Chaos Warrior, but to try and touch down with them, I
Yep.
would say whenever you can, you should do it.
Yep.
Because 3 SPP, having the first skill, maybe going with Mighty Blow first to try and get as much SPP as you can.
Yep.
That's a very challenging team to play, Chaos, but that's a very rewarding one when you master them.
I think they may be the next one on the list for me to work at, because although they definitely seem hard, but at the same time, I like the idea of all the mutations, but it's also, as you say, if it's one of the harder as well, it's perhaps not the easiest for a beginner to try and
I'd
work
say for
with.
a beginner, Undead are the best choice, because it look unforgiving at first with the low movement, but the fact that you have the mummies that have AV9 regeneration, so they won't die easily.
Yeah.
You have the whites, you have the ghouls, you have pretty much everything that you need, and you can do as you want. You can experiment also with them, and also have a bit of control and safety, because even if you lose a zombie or anything, you don't care. They are 40k. You can foul, you can build them and try things. Because they are very good early on, you will have less trouble winning with a fresh undead team than with a chaos team.
Yeah. That makes sense. Well, listen, thank you very much for stopping by, man. I've got to go cook some food now. It's
Okay.
It's a tea time for me. But yeah, thank you again. It's been very very useful to do this. Hopefully a little bit of it rubs off. So I'll continue to try.
Well, I'm always happy to help someone learning Blood Bowl, because this is a very difficult experience, but it's a very enjoyable one when you start understanding what you're supposed to do and what things are doing.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
But also, you should just play if you feel like it's fun. If you like it, just do it. If you really think it's too hard for you, or you don't like it, you should force yourself at playing the game or a team you really want to play, but you don't you don't succeed in doing. You have really a lot of trouble understanding how to do. Just there are 24 of them, and a good three quarter of them are very good.
Yep.
So you can experiment and find the playstyle that really works with you.
I liked the undead. I think the only thing I missed from it was the sort of the pass play, but cause as you say, they're quite a slow team, quite patient, and I think the problem is with me is whatever a team's not able to do is something I kind of like. Oh, I wish I could do that as well. But that's naturally because they've got other strengths. They have to have a weakness in there somewhere. Like when I play a mobile team, I'm like, oh man, if only I had strength 4. So yeah, you just can't have everything in this game, clearly.
And technically, you can do pass play. You have AG3. You can pass with
True.
the whites on a goal or something like that.
True, and I'm not using too many ghouls at the moment, so yeah.
But personally, I don't like passing plays. I really despise it.
Too many dice.
Personal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really don't like, even when I'm with elves. Handoff are the best I can do.
Yep. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, bud. Well, I'm afraid I've got to scoot, but well, yeah. Once again, thank you very much, and I hope the chat has found this useful too. And take care, everyone that's been watching, and yeah, see you around, bud.